one. I wanted to show you a new DIY that I did. So we've been looking at getting a different fire pit, one that was not with wood. And then we started to see all these tabletop ones. And then I was like, I wonder if we can make our own tabletop one. And as I've been saying in some of my past videos, that I have been really trying to not put things in the trash. So I'm trying to upcycle, recycle, all of that, just try to figure out how to take what's supposed to be trash and make it pretty and useful and whatever. So I came up with this idea. Let me get it really quick. So I took, because we go through a lot of juice and I feel like it's a shame that we're putting all of these in our landfills. So I took 2 of these. And if you come closer, I will show you everything that I did. So I wanted to make my own fire pit. I did start to try to show this step by step, but I started just kind of getting away with myself. So basically, I took my 2 bottles, and what I did was I cut one about here, and I cut the other about here, so that it could actually like take this smaller part in and fit it inside of each other. And then I glue gun them together. I will say, just so you know, if you glue gun them, the glue does melt the plastic. So you may want to try some E600 or super glue, something like that. I did, where they meet, I used paper clips because of the way that the glue kind of made it come in. I didn't want to waste. I also, as you can see, I cut out the side. I kept pieces of the side, and I'm using them as dividers to kind of help hold my little urns where they need to be, and also since it's going to be filled. All right, so then I took soda cans. This is another thing that we go through like crazy, and I cut them. I'll show you the rest of it, because I spray painted these. So bottom, top, right? I cut it. Be careful when you cut these because they're sharp. And then I made it so I could push these in. I did actually come across a video of a woman, I will share that link. She did this in a way where she was not using those catering burners, which I liked because I want like real fire. And then also because she found that there's a lot of information that shows that a lot of people get burned on those burners, and then just the chemicals that it releases are not good. So we're actually going to use olive oil, which is clean, and as she states in her things, they've been using that since the days of the Bible and beyond, so I trust that. So I crushed these in because this is going to have to fit on top. I spray painted these because these are going to be what's seen. All right. Now, also, I wanted to make this pretty. Of course, I don't want to see plastic bottles, right? So I have a money tree that, and you'll see in a previous video that I did, I got lots of dead leaves left over. So I wanted to make something that looks kind of natural. I glue gunned these on. You don't need a lot of glue. Like I said, the glue melts it anyway. So I literally would do just 2 ends and slap it on there, made sure it was completely covered. And then I Mod Podged the heck out of it. The Mod Podge makes it nice and soft and supple, kind of leathery feeling and looking. It's really cool. And then I wanted to make a design. You can make any design you want. I wasn't sure if I wanted to just wrap these sides with twine or if I wanted to go around the edges. I did decide to go around the edges just because to kind of help the leaves out that are there, to just kind of protect them a little bit more. All right, so now, and then went to Dollar Tree. I got a mop. These are cotton. You just screw this off, easily pull these out. I did braids of 3. You just soak your things in olive oil. I'm not actually gonna fill these. I'm gonna shove those in there. I've got 3 of these going. Set that there, because now I'm gross. handful of oil. All right. So now we've got these, which as you can see, this needs to be widened, right? So got my handy dandy tool here, which you guys will probably see more and more of because I'm not getting my drill out and I don't want to. All right, one of these sides has the thing I want. There we go. All right. Easy to open up more. All right, and so I'm noticing with the wick things, you want them to be wide enough for the wick and to also kind of let a little bit of air through. If you notice, I also made holes in these, and I did it with, hold on, maybe I didn't bring it down. Okay, so anyways, I took a big needle. I have these big, huge sewing needles for like different type of fabrics, and I made holes. These are vent holes for the air and the smoke and everything, because you have to have oxygen to feed a fire. So these are vent holes. I put 8 in each one. You may not necessarily need that many, but it looks prettier to me, if you ask me. All right, so we've got our holes. We're going to get a little yucky here. Feed these through. Try not to get it everywhere. I will say this particular fabric, it's cotton, but it's pretty, it falls apart easily. Let me try and make that a little bigger. It's so slippery. Now my hands are super slippery with the oil. I'm actually going to take this knot out. That would probably make it easier. But, so I also want to tell you that with the mop strings, I picked 3 out and then braided them. So that's why they're a little bit thicker. I notice in all the DIYs that when people make their own wick, that they tend to braid them, and I think it's just because it holds everything easier. So string that back. Obviously, I need that in there. Don't want to lose all my oil. Pull that through. All right, let's just do this one just so we get all clean. And I am making a mess. All right, so these soak in olive oil. And I also like the fact that these you just soak in olive oil instead of, you know, with an oil lamp, you got to fill it with oil. So I just feel like this is less, not that it gets wasted or anything like that, but less waste. Okay, we'll leave that one. Get this one going. All right. Oh, there's another piece there. Come on. See, kind of flimsy, but it's still good stuff. I'm a little upset about all the olive oil that's getting wasted on my counter. Okay. All right. So now, next step, I can get just a little bit more oil on my ones. All right, next step. So this is pressed in for a reason because voila, it's gonna fit on like that. All right, let's do that to our others. Clean up some of this olive oil. Just squish it in there. I don't know. Now also be careful that you don't cut yourself. I didn't paint the bottoms because I feel like it's going to be hidden anyway. Another paper towel. Talk about not wasting. Holy cow. Oh, also another thing, you'll see in some of the other videos that they use two bottoms. I used my top. I didn't want to waste it. So all I did was I pushed this part down and glue gunned it so that no liquid can come out. Because I just didn't want to waste half a can. All right, so now these get placed in. And see, this is helpful because it helps to hold that one there. I also, I got rocks to put in here to kind of go around those to make them pretty. I had these at home, but this is like very natural looking, so I didn't want to go with that. Oh, and these are the leaves. This is what they look like dry for the money leaves that I used. All right, so because these are so heavy, I didn't want to put, you'd be surprised how much will actually fill this up. I didn't want to put too much in there, so I cut some of these up. I just literally went in with a butcher knife and cut them. This way, I'm not using too many rocks, and like I said, you just cut them. Kind of helps hold these in place. Let's do this one. And got some extra around that one. Again, just trying to make it so we're not using so much rock. Might as well put those in there. Okay. Oh, by the way, this is the twine that I used to go around. That I did with glue gun. And all around here. And these I also got from Dollar Tree. I know we're supposed to be telling you all don't go to the store, but here's my philosophy. You gotta go to the store to get groceries, right? Well, most of us do. And Dollar Tree has groceries, so if you need an excuse, just say you're going for groceries. Just pick some up while you're there. Let's just get all the little spaces. Make sure we don't have any green showing. Let's get that down in there some. good. And so here's another thing that why I wanted to fill it with the green foam, because it still is just plastic jugs that are basically held together with some glue and some leaves. The leaves are actually a lot stronger in holding it together than you would think. Like I said, they get kind of a leathery feel, and I don't know, it's a lot stronger than you would think. So let's test it. Let's set them on fire. Should work. Let's get that more so together. And I'll go from this side and try not to burn myself. And ladies and gentlemen, you have a tabletop fire pit. I will definitely put that link in there for you guys so you can check it out and see. I love the way these burn. I'm so happy with it. I think it's gorgeous. Of course, these can be made all different kinds of ways. They can be blinged out. We can use all different materials to do this. I plan to make some more. I also plan on selling them on Etsy, probably as a kit or something like that. And let me know what you guys think. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that crap stuff. You can stop it.